everything you're saying makes sense. I'm not gonna push back too much on it. Medeiros to me strikes me as like the guy. If I was gonna like put together a starting 5 basketball team of CrossFit athletes, he's like a guy I'd want on my team. Like he just strikes me as like a great athlete. Like he moves well, he picks up skills really well, and just really enjoys kind of grinding and just kind of finds a way just to enjoy the day in and day out of it. He's got like a childlike joy out of training from everything I've seen it with him. Yeah. He's got a great coach. So
great
haircut too. Great haircut.
He's got a good haircut. I also think he's getting kind of a boost just because he's like the only person Fraser's ever like spoken well about.
Oh yeah.
Like the only person he's ever name dropped in a good way.
Yeah, his stock flew through the ceiling after that, right?
Yeah. So like he's definitely getting a bump there.
I feel like since Fraser's retired, his like social media, he's gotten so much friendlier on social media.
Yeah, right?
Like he's just like posting photos of like him and Sammy eating charcuterie.
That's because he doesn't care anymore, man.
Yeah, he's just like, whatever. Like I don't have to be mean to everybody anymore.
He's living that vacation life.
Like, bro, stop drinking.
I'm gonna tell you. Allow me to paint a picture with words for you.
I'm gonna let you talk before, and we're not gonna say anything.
Thank you. That'd be a nice change of pace.
I'm gonna mute myself.
The year is 2010. LMFAO is at the top of the music charts. You just finished watching Iron Man 2. You turn on the CrossFit Games on the internet. A gentleman by the name of Rich Froning cannot complete a rope climb without falling on his face. Fast forward 1 year later. Does anyone want to tell me what happened with Rich Froning in the year 2011?
He was good at rope climbs.
He won the CrossFit Games.
Yes.
Exhibit B. The year is 2015. A gentleman by the name of Matthew Fraser is competing in a workout in the CrossFit Games. He is having difficulty with what movement, gentlemen?
Legless rope climbs.
Legless rope climbs.
Being taller than 5'7". Oh, sorry.
You guys want to tell me what happened in the year 2016?
Matt Fraser won the games.
By the largest margin in men's points history at that point. Okay. The year is 2017. A gentleman by the name of Noah Olson is competing in a workout called the 2-2-2-3 intervals. You want to remind me how that went for a guy by the name of Noah Olson?
He fell off the rope.
He fell off the rope several times. So what I'm telling you is now that Matt Fraser is out of the fold, this will be the year that Noah Olson wins by 200 points.
You want to know what's like good about your story that you're wrong about? It's like Froning won the next year. Fraser won his next year. So Noah Olson's going to win 4 years later? Like you couldn't fix his stuff prior?
There is no continuity to your story.
Like you were doing great until everybody realized how it was going to end.
Oh.
Number 9. I went Christy Aramo O'Connell. So it was between her and Brooke Wells for me. And I give the advantage to Christy Aramo because she moves exceptionally well. So basically, when you look at Brooke Wells, she's elite with moving a barbell. Christy Aramo, elite on the endurance stuff. Both are pretty relatively equally represented within the games. So I'll give it to the person that moves well first.
I mean, Christy finished 9th in the games last year. So
I don't know. I feel like Brooke Wells is like sneaky good at some like she's a sneaky good handstand walker. Like she's super strong.
But she doesn't move well. And then she just like, I don't know what it is about comp train athletes. They all tend to struggle with upper body pulling stuff like muscle ups and rope climbs, pegboards. Like,
I agree. Christy Aramo should be in the top 10. She wins almost. She's up there with like Holte and Tia on all the long runs, the long endurance stuff.
Sure.
So she should be there.
My number 8, I went Haley Adams.
I'm with Robio. I'm surprised you even put her in the.
All right. Well, anyway, my number 3. I'm coming at you with Cara Saunders. So, I think everybody knows she's a grizzly bear. And then she's one of those like Matt Fraser type athletes that was like, okay, I'm strong enough. Now all I care about is the engine. And then we saw that she improved that engine dramatically.
I agree with you, but I also need to see it after she had a kid.
Postpartum.
Like she hasn't been to the game since she had a kid.
Right. So that was going to be my next point, where we all were like, well, she had a kid now. She's got to prove it to us. And then she had the kid. Yeah. And she blew the Open out of the water.
Yeah.
Didn't she have her best Open finish ever last year?
I can't get the game site to load, but I'm pretty sure she took 8th in the games.
Which last year?
She was up there.
Yeah.
I'm bringing her up now.
Yeah,
so
she took 8th in the games. Excuse me, hold on.
2020, she took 12th in the Open, which is her.
Yeah, she was like pretty much right after having a kid.
Right. So she's actually had years where she took 2nd and 3rd in the Open, but it was a good finish for her. It's like I take Cara Saunders just because I think she is has unbelievable mental toughness. I think she's a straight up